Tigan. Dan sick. Mi pask suau. Ego. Nepahao. Mi dos.
Dans l'obscurité, les grandes cornes d'un bison. Mais ce n'était qu'une branche. Ah, nous avons de la chance de voir un si beau lieu, n'est-ce pas? Au ciel, une belle lune.
Et à la broche, un lapin qui fait venir l'eau à la bouche.
Neteis pemi eaono. Katepskagi. Netegagi wapimana. Tape.
Bonne nuit, Taureau. Je pense que nous nous retrouverons bientôt.
Nuotska uitsasin kappimet saame siipi. He kanwapa tanima iwa wagamuk. Magoi tataguacha iwa hipaswa. Tuapati tanate.
These natives are teaching us to read their maps. They're drawn from memory. On the ground, in the snow, or sometimes on a large skin. They reveal much about the area.
We are charting the route that will bring us from the great trading center of York Factory all the way out to a tiny outpost on the North Saskatchewan River, known as Fort Edmonton.
The journey is brutal. Nearly 1,000 backbreaking miles, over 3 months end to end.
We made these punishing journeys at first by foot, or carry-all, or by canoe.
But now we chiefly employ that great innovation which makes possible all our commerce, the Hardy York boat. She carries a crew of 8 and up to 6 tons cargo. We can tow her upriver, row her down, even sail her across the lakes. 'Tis a madman's journey. Does this make us mad? Why would anyone undertake twice a year such a voyage?
Beaver hats, the very pinnacle of London fashion. For society's finest, Western fur is the thing to have.
The gentlefolk must have their fur. And here's the place where the arduous journey begins.
Welcome to Fort Edmonton. Put your back into it, boys. Every man gets his due, so long as he does his duty. Come on, come on.
Lads, the chief factor is in a right ferocious humor today.
This is a place of opportunity for all. French and English, Cree and Blackfoot, all may find common purpose here. To understand what we are doing here, it is necessary to spend a full year within the fort. Only thus may you appreciate our annual cycle of trapping and trade.
The boat brigades arrive with the autumn leaves, loaded to the gunwales with food and supplies from York Factory. The local natives come to the fort trading post, receiving food and hunting supplies on account in exchange for furs they will bring later. We reap our crops and make ready for winter.
When the first snow falls, the pelts are thickest and the hunting is good. Our people bring pelts to the fort for credit. The company men pack our furs and they build their wooden boats for the great journey ahead.
The spring warmth allows us to put all our energies into departure preparations. We prepare pemmican for the journey. The boat brigades are packed and loaded, and the moment the river ice breaks up, off to York Factory we go.
During the long summer, the fort grows quiet. We tend our studies, tend our kitchens, and await the autumn.
The York boats return. We unload the boats and welcome the men back from their journey.
But life is changing.
Beaver hats are a thing of the past. Today's fashionable Londoner craves silk and nothing else will do.
The elders said the buffalo entered the earth somewhere and must be true.
If this continues, our children cannot live.
Now know ye, the company of adventurers, trading into Hudson's Bay, do hereby surrender to the Queen's most gracious majesty all the lands and territories within Rupert's Land.
The frontier is changing, bringing new faces, new families.
To till the soil, tame the wilderness, and build a home.
We had heard of the migration of people to the Northwest Territories. The popular slogan of the time was, "Go west, young man, go west." We arrived at Fort Edmonton and quickly discovered that this was not going to be the land of milk and honey which we'd been promised. We'd acquired fertile lands, but we had to contend with no roads, no stores, no doctors, and no schools. But we survived, raised our families, and became as self-sufficient as possible.
I am sure if you ever see Edmonton, you will never like any place else. I think you had better sell out in Calgary and come up here.
Long before the intruders, this vast land was the hunting ground of my people. Our big game is no more. They now own our millions of acres. We have no food. We are promised great things, but they seem far off. We are tired.
As far as I know, Edmonton is usually a quiet place. A very quiet place.
Until a railway comes to Edmonton, the land will not amount to anything.
When the train arrives, so will Edmonton.
As 1928 draws to a close, and all of us look forward to the promise and future of a new year, we are proud to bring you a personal greeting from our mayor, Ambrose Burry.
My fellow citizens, we have come through lean years and times of trial, the marks of which some of us still bear and may continue to bear for some time yet. But everything now points to better business and improved conditions. We face the new year in the spirit of the Northwest, which is the spirit of hardihood and optimism, in the spirit of our pioneer predecessors, which was the spirit of faith in the greater and better things just round the next turn of the trail. Let us all work together to realize all that can possibly be made out of the city of Edmonton. If we all do that, I'm sure that every citizen of Edmonton will have the happy and prosperous new year that I wish this city and every one of its citizens. All together for Edmonton.
Happy New Year, Edmonton, Canada's glowing northern light.